Monsieur le Président, bonjour. Voilà.
I can tell you that when commissioners, they are European citizens, and they might be the poorest, and they might be
West, except.
No, if I... Sorry, but at one point it has to be reversed. You get the chance to work with people like us, who have a political will and who have a desire.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure and an honor to speak here at your closing session of this first annual conference of the State of the Union. I was most happy to learn that so many people from business, both large and small, and so many people from the younger generations have come to this important event here in the Palais d'Egmont. It is also heartening, if I may say so, that most of you come from beyond the usual Brussels circles. I fully share the conviction at the basis of this meeting that it is essential to reflect and to debate on how to revitalize and renew the European dream, not least during the sometimes difficult and worrisome moments the Union has been and is going through. Knowing that many of you represent the business world, I could of course talk about such fascinating subjects as cutting red tape for small and medium-sized enterprises, or stimulating innovation and research, or the state of play in the world trade negotiations, but I will not do that. No, I want to talk about the heart of the matter. What is the European dream we must need to revitalize? And how can we pursue it? Ladies and gentlemen, before going to the dream, flying to an unknown destiny, let me start feet on the ground and where we are today. For I should like to give you my frank assessment of the State of the Union, which you have been discussing over the past 2 days. It may be politically incorrect to say so, but in my view, the State of the Union is not so bad, even if the mood is not so good. But the mood is this afternoon much better than this morning, after the positive vote in the Greek Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, political courage still exists. I fully understand, especially in difficult times like today, for some countries in the Eurozone, that this requires an explanation. It's also noticed that in the survey which was released today, among European business people, concern dominates feelings about Europe's current situation. I suppose you have been reading these papers. After a year and a half in this business, I observe that when it comes to Europe and the Union, all problems, and I do not say there are none, are as it were transformed in some kind of drama. When Germany abstains in a vote in the UN Security Council on Libya, we were all of a sudden without a foreign policy. And this notwithstanding the fact that just days later, all key European countries were together in the Élysée in Paris to decide and agree upon military action. This absolutely cannot be compared with the divisions a few years ago at the time of the Iraq War. And when a country is hiring a few customs officers, then suddenly the life of the Schengen area is in danger. These incidents are added to the sovereign debt crisis in the Eurozone, which is real but also solvable, whereas the euro itself is very strong. So, whoever wants to judge the State of the Union has to regain a certain distance, a certain serenity, and above all, a sense of proportion. Pessimism paralyzes action or at least risks to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, my entire and long career has been under the sign of a step-by-step approach. The Union is an historically unique achievement. It has always been built gradually, and it has emerged stronger from every crisis. And there is no reason that this time would be different. So my starting point is this. Today's Union is a powerful political and economic bloc of 27 members encompassing the European continent. Of course, more can be done and needs to be done. We know all this. Yet unique achievements like 60 years ago, the euro, the internal market, or the Schengen passport union have already made a dream come true. The dream is already there, ready for you to grasp, ready for you to be lived. Dreaming about Europe is not about dreaming of the sea while you are in the desert. It is not about dreaming of harmony while you are in a civil war. Not at all. Europe is before your eyes. Look at us. 27 countries living together in a union. 500 million men and women, whom are amongst the most educated and trained in the world. Even with only 7% of world's population, we still generate more than 20% of the world's wealth. People from other continents envy our countries for their political stability, democracy, and peace, for their social system and environmental standards, for the quality of European life.